Right now at noon, clerks across the state are counting votes almost 1 week after the spring election took place. And the president is preparing to name a new task force focused on reopening the country.
This is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now on this Monday. Hope you all had a nice, safe weekend. As it's an alert day as well today, as most of the area currently under a wind advisory. Let's head over to the Weather Center. Meteorologist Hattie McLean has a look at your first warn forecast. A little brisk out there.
It certainly is, Mark. It doesn't feel like April, that's for sure. And that alert day is in effect not for precipitation, but for those strong winds. The National Weather Service in Milwaukee and surrounding areas have continued the wind advisories for parts of south central and southeastern Wisconsin until 7 p.m. this evening. That does include Dane County and Rock County, so Madison and Janesville are in that wind advisory. Temperatures over the next 12 hours are only going to climb a couple of degrees. We have some sunshine outside, but we're battling that strong northwesterly wind, so highs only in the upper 30s. Then we drop back into the 20s once again overnight. Coming up in just a few minutes, we'll talk about maybe a little bit of a potential warm-up in that extended forecast.
That would be nice. All right, Hattie, we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you. At least 18 people were killed in Easter Sunday storms that hit parts of the South. The threat is not over today, with more severe weather already hitting South Carolina. Mississippi was already in a state of emergency to fight the virus and declared another on Sunday in the wake of devastating tornadoes there. In total, up to 46 tornadoes were reported across the South on Sunday.
I heard this really loud bang, and I was like, okay, well, the window's gone, but I didn't expect this type of destruction.
Dangerous weather could again affect more than 89 million Americans today. Clerks across Wisconsin will count votes today, 6 days after last week's chaotic presidential primary. District Judge William Conley rejected a plea by Democrats and liberal groups to postpone the election, but ordered an extended period for absentee voting and barred clerks from counting the returns until today. The U.S. Supreme Court ultimately overturned Conley's extended absentee voting period. The race between Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders became moot after Sanders dropped out the day after Wisconsin's election. Other races on the ballot include Wisconsin Supreme Court between incumbent Daniel Kelly and Jill Karofsky. We'll continue to keep you updated on the results in our later newscasts and always on channel3000.com. Positive cases for COVID-19 are continuing to slowly increase in Wisconsin. The state has over 3,300 confirmed cases, including 147 deaths. Milwaukee continues to have more than half of the state's total confirmed cases at about 1,700. Dane County is reporting 340 confirmed cases and 12 deaths. And good news for Wisconsin, according to the new COVID-19 projects from the Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation. Their projection shows that Wisconsin peaked yesterday when it comes to using resources in the state. The model shows that 162 ICU beds are needed, and there are 172 beds available total. The projections also show that Wisconsin peaked in deaths per day on April 5th. That was 20 deaths per day. The model shows we'll have 17 deaths per day. It also projects the state will see 357 total deaths. And the death toll from coronavirus is now more than 22,000 nationwide, up 4,000 since Friday. New York's governor predicts the death toll in his state could climb above 10,000 today, even as the rate of hospitalizations continue to fall. A tally from the Associated Press finds there's been an alarming rise in nursing home deaths, from 450 just 10 days ago to more than 2,600. President Trump said he would spend the weekend thinking about what he calls the toughest decision of his presidency, when and how to reopen the economy. Natalie Brand has more details from the White House.
President Trump is preparing to announce as early as tomorrow a new team of doctors and business leaders to help determine when and how to reopen the country.
We'll be announcing names on Tuesday who's on that, and that'll play a role, but ultimately I have to make that decision.
The White House is eyeing May to possibly get people back to work, but some in hard-hit areas are concerned that may be too soon.
We start to get back on our feet too soon. I fear, based on the data we're looking at, that we could be throwing gasoline on the fire.
There's no question we're going to be opening at some risk. I think that's inevitable. There's a lot of pressure right now from the business community on not just the administration, but governors as well, to start reopening the economy.
But Dr. Anthony Fauci has said economic decisions will be dictated by what the virus is doing.
It's going to be depending where you are in the country, the nature of the outbreak that you've already experienced, and the threat of an outbreak that you may not have experienced.
A New York Times report says Dr. Fauci and other medical experts recommended social distancing in mid to late February, weeks before the White House guidelines were put in place. Dr. Fauci was asked whether that could have made a difference.
Mitigation earlier, you could have saved lives. Obviously, no one is going to deny that. But what goes into those kinds of decisions is complicated. But you're right. I mean, obviously, if we had, right from the very beginning, shut everything down, it may have been a little bit different. But there was a lot of pushback about shutting things down back then.
President Trump pushed back on the New York Times story, calling it fake news, and he retweeted a tweet that included the hashtag #FireFauci. The president insists he acted early with travel restrictions on China. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
And stimulus money has begun hitting accounts for qualified people with direct deposits already set up. And Congress continues to negotiate with the White House over expanding the small business loan program designed to keep people employed. There's more to come on News 3 Now and Noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Tired of making the same few things for dinner week after week? Join us today in the Test Kitchen as we share an idea that only takes minutes.
Ganser Company is proud to introduce 80 years in 80 minutes. We give you the skinny in 80 minutes to make an educated decision.
Infinity Windows from Marvin offer a lifetime warranty.
Remember, 80 years in 80 minutes from a local family business of 4 generations.
When looking for a TV and internet provider, we know you have a choice. This is Jessica. She still has satellite TV.
Well, I get tons of HD.
Spectrum has tons of HD, and we love Spectrum's 24-hour local news channel. Plus, we get exclusive access to premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
I don't have that.
Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-976-4499.
Spectrum Internet starts at 200 megabits with no data caps and a free modem.
We have to get internet from another company, and it isn't nearly as fast.
Spectrum Internet, $44.99 a month.
I'd switch, but I'm stuck in a contract and would have to pay up to $480 to cancel.
Spectrum has no contracts, and they'll pay up to $500 to help you out of yours.
That's it. I'm switching to Spectrum.
Get Spectrum TV and internet from $44.99 a month each. Call 833-976-4499.
You were always the responsible one. So much like me. Always taking care of everyone else. But this wasn't your responsibility. I already took care of the arrangements. The Ryans made it so easy. I didn't want you to worry about a thing. It's my last gift to you, my lovely daughter.
In these uncertain times, look after yourself, your family, your friends. But know when it comes to your finances, we are here for you.
What can I do for you today?
Take a look at the portfolio and make adjustments.
I'm free to chat if you have any more questions.
Our JP Morgan advisors are working from home to help guide you through this. For more than 200 years, we've helped our clients navigate historic challenges. And we will get through this one together.
Hi, I'm Travis Ganser. Looking to update your bath, shower, or your entire bathroom? Ganser is the answer with Bath Creations by Ganser Company.
Schedule your free in-home consultation or visit our beautiful showroom on the Beltline.
A local family-owned business of 4 generations.
After months of eating soups and stews and slow-cooked pot roasts, many of us are looking to lighten things up a bit. And when we say lighten up, we're talking about in both taste and calories. That's what we're doing today with this weeknight favorite. We start by cooking some angel hair pasta just until it's tender. Once it is, we drain it and let it sit for a sec. In the meantime, in a large skillet, we cook some fresh tomatoes that we've diced, along with some minced garlic and a little salt and pepper. Once the tomatoes start to break down, we add some chicken broth and let that simmer. Now we place the pasta in a bowl and top it with our fresh tomato sauce, which only takes 10 minutes. I bet you wish making dinner was this easy every night. A little fresh grated Parmesan cheese and some slivered basil on the top, and it's ready to serve. Plus, the fact that it only uses a few ingredients makes this weeknight easy. To get the recipe for what we call angelic pasta, why don't you head over to our website? I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a perfect pasta way for you to say, ooh, it's so good. Looks good, doesn't it?
Yes.
Lunch.
All right, guys, thank you. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, an alert day is in the forecast for a wind advisory in the area. Meteorologist Hattie McLean has more in your first WARN forecast after the break.
The way you get through hard times is to hold strong to your values. At Group Health Cooperative, our common values have sustained us for over 4 decades. Now is no different. We are here in our clinics, but we want you to be safer at home. That's why GHC has more ways for you to get care anywhere, anytime, day or night. Be seen, be safe, be home. We will get through this together, and we will all get better together.
For almost 50 years, we've built trust within our communities by making customer delight our top priority. That trust allows us to improve lives one home at a time. During this challenging time, we want to make sure your needs are being met without stress by offering 2-for-1 windows with no interest and no payments for 1 year. So go ahead, visit us online, or call now from the comfort of home.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feltco.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Take advantage of exceptional financing at your local Cub Cadet dealer today. To find the dealer near you, visit CubCadetDealers.com.
This is online learning. Today, it's more relevant than ever. This is you, a person looking for a lasting career. And this is Herzing University's Everywhere Classroom, where you can earn a degree in nursing, healthcare, business, and IT, anywhere, anytime. Take an online course free and get comfortable with online learning. That makes a degree from Herzing University more relevant than ever. I'm possible at Herzing. Learn more today.
Tuesday morning, it'll still feel more like fall than spring. Hattie has another chilly day in store in her first WARN forecast.
And if your fridge is starting to look a little bare, we'll have the latest on how to stay safe at the store starting at 4:30 tomorrow.
It isn't being evenly distributed.
With not enough COVID-19 tests to go around in Wisconsin, how are healthcare facilities making the call on who gets tested and who doesn't?
It's the fear of the unknown. Even these smaller towns need them.
News 3 Now investigates tonight at 10.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blain's Farm and Fleet.
Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrials down 452 points. The NASDAQ off 51. The S&P 500 down 46. Farm Director Pam Yankee is here today with your Ag News. Hi, Pam.
More challenges facing our Wisconsin farmers this week as the supply chain continues to break down because of COVID-19. On Sunday, Smithfield Foods announced that they were closing one of the largest pork processing facilities in the nation. It's out in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. 550 family farms depend on that market to sell their hogs in every week. Employs 3,700 people and provides an awful lot of meals every week across the United States. Now, COVID-19 has forced them to close that plant, and that could be something that goes on indefinitely. Here in Wisconsin, Kurt Larson, president and CEO of the Equity Livestock Sales Association, says that farmers should be watching their website for adjustments on when markets are going to be holding sales. They've heard that JBS and Tyson, both major meat processors, are idling down their plants, primarily in the state of Iowa. Fortunately for Wisconsin's dairy industry, that JBS processing plant up in Green Bay has not yet been impacted by COVID-19. So those are some major developments developing stories that farmers are going to have to monitor this week as, again, I said, the supply chain just continuing to kind of collapse in on itself. The dairy industry is also, unfortunately, experiencing some more challenges. We learned over the weekend that another one of our cheese, premium cheese processors has told their producers that they're going to have to start dumping milk this week. To date, we know of more than 18 states that have dairy producers that are dumping milk. It's really just something that's accentuated right here in the state of Wisconsin. I've got more up on my website now, and it's always evolving, folks. MidwestFarmReport.com or Fabulous Farm Babe on social media, Facebook and Twitter. That's what's happening on this Monday, post-Easter. I'm Farm Director Pam Yankee. Be safe.
You too, Pam. Thank you. Now here's Hattie with a chilly forecast.
It certainly is, and it's looking a little bit more like winter across parts of the state this morning. Accumulating snow yesterday into this morning. Here are some of the numbers. Up in Owen, that is northwest of Madison, 11 inches of snow. Medford picked up 10. Eau Claire, over 7 inches of snow. Black River Falls, almost 5. And the numbers go down as you get further south in the state. We didn't have any accumulation here in Madison, except for on some of the rooftops early this morning. Here's a view outside my parents' front window. This is up in Menominee. They had snow all day yesterday. Again, several inches adding up on the ground, and it was a very wet and heavy snow for a white Easter then for part of the state. Here in southern Wisconsin, it was rain. You can see anywhere from about 1/4 of an inch to almost an inch south of Madison, with some of those rain showers and thunderstorms moving through late in the day yesterday. All the precipitation has come to an end. Much drier air is working its way into the region, but that has prompted an alert day as well with those strong winds. The wind advisory is in effect today. There is the potential for some winds gusting up to 45 miles an hour. Wind advisory, again, here's a look at the counties included. South central and southeastern Wisconsin, as well as the southern tier of the state. Most of Illinois and parts of Iowa are all included in that wind advisory that goes until 7 p.m. Here's a look at peak wind gusts so far. We've been gusting up to 38 miles an hour here in Madison and Lone Rock, 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts in the Dells, 35 miles an hour in Platteville as well as Monroe. And again, the winds are going to stay very strong through the early afternoon hours. Current wind speeds, again, around 20 miles an hour in most places. Future track wind speed shows you that they're not going to diminish at all as we go through the next couple of hours. Winds will stay very strong and gusty, but they will start to diminish after 6 or 7 o'clock tonight. By the time we get to 10 p.m., those winds are a little lighter in the 10 to 15 mile an hour range. So just a few more hours to deal with those winds. Winds are keeping temperatures on the cool side. 35 here in Madison and Monroe. Janesville has jumped to 39, 34 in Prairie du Chien, just 32 this lunch hour in the Dells. And that's only part of the story. Unfortunately, we're still talking about wind chill today. Wind chills in the 20s, maybe to around 30 this afternoon, but really not feeling at all like the middle of April. Here's a look at your future track forecast model. It does have quite a bit of sunshine, so look for partly sunny skies with highs a couple degrees warmer than we are right now in Madison, around 38 degrees. There is the potential for a few flurries later on this afternoon into this evening, but no accumulation is expected. It's going to be a cold night again. Temperatures will drop into the teens to the north, 20s here in southern Wisconsin. Let's take a look at that extended forecast then. Tomorrow, no alert day, but still pretty darn chilly. Temperatures will top at 38 degrees. Our normals are in the mid-50s. We do have a pretty quiet weather pattern, though, setting up with a slow warming trend through the week. Mark, we're back closer to normal by the time we get to the weekend.
A lot of snow up north, though.
Yes.
Merry Easter.
Oh, my goodness. I know. Probably more than they had on the ground at Christmas.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Hattie, thank you. Ahead of News 3 Now at noon, Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is on the phone answering your plant and garden questions. The number to call, 270-9933. We'll get to your calls right after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
We at Patriot Paving want to remind you we're all in this together. Be kind. Enjoy the time with your family. Help your neighbor. We can and will get through this together and be stronger than before. Stay calm, stay positive, and we'll see you soon.
Imagine facing Wisconsin's bitter cold winter without a warm home, or the blistering heat of summer without power, then having to make the tough choice between eating or meeting other basic survival needs. Unfortunately, over 200,000 of our neighbors in need will face this difficult decision with no place else to turn, including those who are now unemployed due to the COVID-19 crisis. For a hand up and help with your utility bills now during these difficult times, contact the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund today.
The time is right to do something nice for your home. Why not replace your gutters with LeafGuard, the only gutter system that has earned the Good Housekeeping seal of approval? Hi, I'm Andrew Larson, owner of Larson Home Services. LeafGuard's patented one-piece seamless design keeps leaves and debris out, which means no more clogs, guaranteed. LeafGuard carries a lifetime warranty, so your home's foundation will be protected forever, and our customers couldn't be happier.
They're the best. I don't have to worry about the gutters getting clogged up with the seeds, the branches, the dirt, the roof sheddings, and it's just one less worry for me.
And right now, save big on your new LeafGuard brand gutter system and get some incredible extras. Order now and get free installation labor, free financing for 12 months, and call before this program is over and get a $100 Visa gift card with your new LeafGuard gutter system. Call now to schedule your free estimate.
I'm not used to taking care of things on my own. My wife, my sweetheart, took care of me for 46 years, and I've loved every moment. When the doctor gave her 6 months, all she wanted was to spend it at home with me. Now it's my turn to take care of her. I know a Grace will help me care for the one I've loved my whole life.
A Grace, hospice and palliative care. Just call. A Grace will help.
We at Patriot Paving want to remind you we're all in this together. Be kind. Enjoy the time with your family. Help your neighbor. We can and will get through this together and be stronger than before. Stay calm, stay positive, and we'll see you soon.
Well, Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is on the phone answering your plant and garden questions at number 270-9933. Hello, Lisa.
Hello, how are you?
Good. Did you have a nice Easter weekend?
I did. It was pretty quiet.
Yeah.
The store was busy on Saturday, and then we had a quiet day yesterday.
Well, that's good. All right, we got plenty of calls, so let's get started. We'll begin with Roger from Verona. Hi, Roger.
Good afternoon.
Hi, what's your question?
Yes, I'm wondering if it's okay to move a red twig dogwood into an area that's got a lot of walnut trees.
Oh, you know what? Yes, it should be. I have in my yard. The neighbors have a big black walnut, and I have several pagoda dogwoods underneath the drip line of her black walnut. So dogwood should be fine as a genus.
And this time of the year is okay to transplant it?
Yeah, I think so. What you want to do is dig wide and not so deep.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
Very good.
Thank you, Larry.
so much.
All right, let's go to Larry now in Wanakee. Hi, Larry.
Hi.
Hi, what's your question?
A couple years ago, I dug up a bunch of tulips from my friend's house that he didn't want anymore, and then I planted them over at my place, and all that comes up every year is just one big leaf. What did I do wrong?
Well, tulips do like to be at a certain depth. So sometimes when you move them from one place to another, they don't get replanted deeply enough. You could also certainly use a bulb boosting fertilizer, something like bone meal. There are also organic fertilizers that are formulated for bulbs, and you can just sort of broadcast it on the area where the bulbs are planted. It might not help you this year, but it would help you in subsequent years. The other thing is, too, is that tulips like a lot of sun. So if it's not in a sunny spot where you have them planted, unlike daffodils that will bloom in the shade, tulips need more sun than that. So that could be an issue as well.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
All right, let's go to Judy in Prairie du Sac. Hi, Judy.
Hi.
What's your question?
My question is, with the temperatures going to be in the 20s, and my spring garden is the most beautiful it's ever been, but the tulips haven't bloomed yet, do we need to cover all them?
Well, I think that, you know, if you don't see flower buds up yet and you just have a little bit of leaf growth, I think you'll be okay. But the farther along things go, of course, the more susceptible it is to frost damage. This has happened before. It's going to happen again. If you have things that are significantly far along and you're worried about them, then I would get like what they call a floating row cover. It's a spun poly little fabric, really lightweight, so it won't weigh down the plants or damage the plants, but it helps keep the frost off. And they come in different sizes, and they're quite reasonably priced.
Okay. All right, thanks for the call. Let's go to Sue in Madison. Hi, Sue.
Hi, Lisa. Is there anything that... Hello?
Go ahead.
Yes. Okay. Is there anything that we can do now to get rid of the Japanese beetles in our fruit trees?
It's a little early yet, but yes, you can apply a grubicide. So there is some anecdotal evidence and some against that sometimes if you use a systemic that can get into the flowers and the fruit. So I wouldn't use a systemic insecticide, but Japanese beetles spend 85% of their life in your turf. So certainly putting down a grubicide in the lawn and the area under the trees should help knock down the population.
Okay. All right. Let's go to Angie now in Madison. Hi, Angie.
Hi. Glad to be here. I'm just wondering, I'm kind of a new gardener, and I've taken some classes at the UW Extension office, and they're telling us to do direct seed on April 15th, but with it being so cold and snowy today, should I be waiting, or is it still okay to plant?
It depends on what you're doing. Last week I planted my kale and my spinach, and the weekend before I did my sweet pea seeds, and I've already put my potatoes in their pots. And so I think that they'll be fine. When the temperature dips down like this, then things that aren't germinated yet are just not going to germinate yet. The seed is just going to sit there. If you have like little seedlings that have already come up and you're a little worried about them, again, the floating row cover is a great thing. It's so lightweight and it will not weigh down your little seedlings.
All right.
You can just put that in and pin it or put some rocks so it doesn't blow away and you're good to go.
All right. Lisa, thank you. We are out of time. Thanks for everyone for calling in. We'll see you again soon. Have a good day, Lisa.
You too.
And
bye-bye.
Bye. Here's Hattie with the final check of your forecast.
We do have some sunshine outside, which is good news. Behind me, you can see the Queen Bee Radio Sky Cam in Platteville. Here's what it looks like across the state. Again, some significant clearing, especially to the west, so enjoy that sunshine today. Here's a look at your temperatures, though. Sun is not going to warm us up much. We're stuck in the 30s today with it feeling like it's the 20s. If you're stuck at home, maybe a good reminder that it is Severe Weather Awareness Week here in southern Wisconsin. Get your plans in place.
All right. Thank you, Hattie. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 4. In the meantime, have a safe afternoon.